Hi everyone, welcome back to Talk Tottenham. Let's get straight into the team news for Spurs v Burnley in our FA Cup third round match on Friday. So let's start with the good news. We have some on the injury front. Mickey van de Ven is back in training and could be involved against Burnley. This is amazing news. We've missed him for a couple of months now since that hamstring pull against Chelsea. He might not play against Burnley, but this is brilliant news as it looks like he's on track to potentially start away at Old Trafford against Man United. Some more good news is that Rodrigo Bentancur was a surprise start in our last match against Bournemouth. He played around an hour of that match and he came through it fine, so he's again available. And then more good news, we have Dejan Kulusevski back available after his suspension. Now, we have two players who have returned from loans. There's Dane Scarlett and Sergio Reguilon. So they were loaned to Ipswich Town and Man United respectively. In theory, both of these two players are available for Ange to select from. However, there is a FIFA rule that dictates what Spurs will be doing with the players. Now, Dane Scarlett has already made appearances for two clubs this season, whilst Reguilon has only played for one team. Basically, the FIFA rule says each player is only allowed to play in competitive official matches for two clubs per season, even though they can be registered for three clubs in a season. So Dane Scarlett effectively cannot go on loan now in January for the rest of the season, because he's already played for Spurs against Fulham in the Carabao Cup, as well as for Ipswich Town. So Ange will have him available. We'll see how much he gets used by Ange, but he will be available and I expect him to be on the bench against Burnley on Friday. Reguilon is a bit different though. He never made an appearance for Spurs before going on loan to Man United, so he's only played for one club this season. So as it looks like Spurs will be looking to either permanently transfer him or load him out again in January, it wouldn't really make sense to play him against Burnley, as that would block any potential transfer in January. So I don't expect Reguilon to be involved. I expect Spurs to wait until the end of the window to see what move comes up for Reggie. So on to our unavailable players, and we still have a long list, unfortunately. We still have 7 players injured and 3 who are now unavailable due to international duty. So the 3 unavailable players are, of course, Son Heung-min, Pat Matasar and Yves Bissouma, who will be away with their countries representing, in Sonny's case, South Korea in the Asian Cup, and Bissouma and Sarr will be away at the African Cup of Nations. So our injured players, there's 7 of them now. We got Mickey van de Ven back, but unfortunately we've now lost Alejo Veliz. He was in tears at the end of the last match, and Ange has confirmed he has knee ligament damage, which hopefully won't require surgery, but still looks like it will rule him out for about 2 months maybe. So that's devastating news for the young Argentinian who scored his first Premier League goal. And with Sonny away and our other injuries, he looked like he was going to get some real game time to show us what he can do. As well as Alejo Veliz, we also still have James Maddison, Ryan Sessegnon, Ivan Perisic, Romero and Manor Solomon out. Now, we are hopeful that Manor Solomon, Romero and Maddison will be available to us by the end of the month. But Ange has tried to temper our expectations on them both by saying that Van de Ven's the only injured player that's back in full training. So let's see. He did surprise us with Bentancur, so hopefully Maddison and Romero, especially key players, will be back sooner rather than later. So on to the predicted lineups. This is a cup match, and in our last cup game, albeit the Carabao Cup, he did rotate the goalkeepers and give Fraser Forster a start. So I do expect, despite Vicario being so key for us, Forster to start this game. In outfield though, even though Ange might look to rotate the team a little bit, we do have over a week until our next match. We'll play against Manchester United on Sunday. So there isn't really the need to rotate. Plus, add in the fact that there really aren't that many senior options to rotate with. The ones that he could bring in of experience are players like Eric Dyer and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who both look like they potentially could leave in this window. So I think he won't make too many changes apart from maybe Forster and obviously bringing Kulusevski back into the team, as we'll be missing Son, and bringing Skip in for Sarr, who's now unavailable to us. Other than that, could we see more minutes for young players? Maybe Hill could play on the wing and Kulusevski could play in midfield. Potentially see some more game time for players like Donley and Dane Scarlett now he's back with the club. Also in defence, we do have Alfie Dorrington and Ashley Phillips that could play at centre-half if Ange doesn't want to play Emerson and Davis there again and make some rotation. So what do you guys think? Who do you think Ange will play and who would you play? And thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs.